Hey everyone, welcome to the God Made Self-Driven podcast. This is Dustin. This podcast is fundamentally Catholic. However, we welcome all people from different backgrounds and belief in a spirit of unity, curiosity, and inspiration. And so I'm excited today. I have a brother, I have a friend. Been knowing him for maybe 10 years almost. He was an MMA fighter. You may know him as a husband or a father. And so I guess with all that being said, without further ado, I'd like to welcome Damon Vincent.
Thank you, brother. Happy to be here, man.
Yeah. You been all right?
Yeah, man. It's been good. It's been a crazy few weeks, so the timing of this is good. Yeah, life's moving and life's shaking, and you know we're evolving. So yeah, man, it's good to be here.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of your posts. You've been doing a lot of traveling, a lot of growing, and professionally and whatnot.
That's right, man. Yeah, we let's see. I did Austin. Straight from Austin to Sweden. Got back for like 3 days, and I was in Cali. And then I've got New York and Madrid and Phoenix lined up in the next couple months.
Come on, man.
Yeah, bro. It's been nuts.
Go.
So, been good, man. The mission, the mission's spreading,
Yeah.
So
well, I'm excited. I was telling you that before we got on camera. Like, we pass each other throughout life and say, hey, how you doing? What's going on?
Yeah.
But it's been a while since you've been able to like really sit down.
Yes.
And just honor it all out.
Yeah, man.
Well, listen, like I told them, you've been an MMA fighter, you're a husband, you're a father, but everyone's journey starts somewhere.
Yeah.
And so I know a little bit about you, but share with me like the roots of where you began and all that good stuff.
So I'm kind of realizing now, like as I get older, how much of this like shaped my journey. But I was diagnosed with congenital adrenal hyperplasia at 3. And the only reason I found out was because my mom's a nurse. We're from Maurice, right down the road.
Okay.
And Mo, if you will. And mom and my dad together, great family life, everything smooth. My mom was like, why is my 3-year-old like starting to go through puberty? Like, why is he showing signs of puberty at 3? Yeah, she described it to me the first time. She was like, when she first told me the story, she was like, yeah, like you were starting to grow like pubic hair, and like you had a lot of muscle, and you were just pissed off like all the time. She was like, you were just rage.
No way.
And she was a nurse, obviously, so she noticed these things. And after like bringing me all over the state, test, trying to figure it out, they diagnosed me with CAH. And so congenital adrenal hyperplasia is a genetic disorder where my adrenal glands don't function. So like my body and your adrenals regulate your growth and your test. So my body's just like growing. So when I got diagnosed at 3, my bone age was 11 years old. Like I had the body of an 11-year-old. Yeah. And so I had to get started on all these like super high dose steroids to basically replace what my adrenals don't make. And then they had to control my growth. Like they had to actually control how fast I was growing. And I eventually caught up with my body at 16. And that was like a miracle, like a medical miracle for the CAH community. Yeah. So I've been a part of NIH, doing experimental medicine and trials and all that. Wow. But that like, now that I'm older, like I didn't realize how much that affected me. I really just had to like, like I just had to bite down, and like I didn't realize as much that I was at a disadvantage to everybody else.
Yeah.
And thanks to my parents. My dad, really. Yeah. He was like, we're not letting this hold him back. So like, dude, I raced dirt bikes, I played football, I wrestled, like I did everything that I wanted to, but I didn't know, like now looking behind the scenes, it's like, dude, they were carrying around like emergency kits to keep me alive. Like, no way. Yeah, dude, it was wild. And so that's really where like my journey kind of started. And obviously because of all the steroids, like I was really overweight as a kid. And then finally, like my doctors were like, you guys got to get this. And my dad was like, dude, we're from South Louisiana. Like, we eat good.
Yeah, exactly.
We good South Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that
etouffee, all the gumbo.
Coupled with the steroids, like I was really overweight. And, I obviously got like picked on and bullied as a kid. Yeah. And then, starting like middle school, like into high school, like I started to get real involved with sports, and like sports like really probably like changed my life. 8th grade year, freshman year, getting into football and getting into wrestling, and gave me like some control over my diagnosis, really.
Yeah.
And so I ended up like, I was young for my class. I was a late bloomer. I graduated at 17. And so like senior year, when I finally got my second time through puberty, that
100%, that's crazy.
second growth spurt.
Yeah, it's wild.
like
wild.
when I finally got that, like I really came into my own. I was very successful athletically in high school, and then I started fighting right after that.
Come on.
And I think too, like I was telling you beforehand, I just started therapy like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I'm 30 years old now, dude. So
Oh,
I got 4 kids and a wife, and like I was like, I need
wow.
to start therapy.
Yeah.
And now, kind of going through everything, I'm realizing. So my dad got arrested when I was 17.
Okay.
So he got
I think
arrested.
that's right when I met you.
I think it was probably shortly
Right.
after that, because
Yeah.
that kind of like
Yeah. Either right before that, right after that. Yeah.
like kind of started me on my journey.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, I'm 17 years old, great family life. My parents are together, like everything's
Yeah.
good, and so that hit hard. And it because of the nature of the beast, it like basically imploded like my family, like my extended family and
Yeah.
everything. And so I lost, like, obviously my dad,
100%.
my parents, unofficially split. It was just
Yeah.
a nightmare. And so graduated high school right after that, started training MMA as like an outlet, because it was like fueled with rage at 18, having to step up and like help my mom out, and I'm the only son, and
Yeah.
it got crazy. And so thankfully, the combination of like getting involved at Wisdom at UL
Yeah.
and MMA like saved my life. And so I had that like spirituality side to prevent me from going to those vices.
Yeah.
And then I had the the MMA side for that
Controlled
outlet,
rage.
for the rage that was inside of me. And yeah, man, that's really, they both shaped my life. Thank God.
I'll never forget that. I could vividly remember meeting you at Lake Arthur, and that's something in your eyes, something in the way in which you shared the faith. I said, man, this dude is highly disciplined, highly controlled, and he's taming something. Like,
yeah, that's what it was.
But like
Yeah.
real, like the way you would speak about the faith, and you had all these principles, and I forgot what spirituality you gave a talk on, but it was very like surgeon like. Like you can tell, like it was like,
Yeah.
like they say like they say fighters are psychotic. You know what I mean?
No, I can feel it now.
But in a sense, like it was very surgical. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
way
yeah.
in which you were. I said, man, that's impressive. I was like, because he's younger than me.
I think I was probably,
you know?
because I was probably 19 or 20 when
Yeah,
that.
you might. I would say, you might have been
Because my dad, he got
yeah.
arrested at 17, and then he went away, got sentenced
Yeah.
at 19. And so I was like, dude, I was dialed in, bro. Like
Yeah.
I was doing everything I needed to like stay above, because I knew that
Yeah.
was a very pivotal moment, and like I could either go really bad, or I can try and turn it into something good,
Yeah.
And
man.
so I remember those days vividly.
It's crazy.
Or I was like working almost full time, basically full time.
Yeah.
Going to school full time. It was a
Yeah,
wild time.
you were buttoned up, man. I was like, wow, this is cool stuff. Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to college?
Yeah, I went to UL. Yes. So I graduated from North Million and Maurice. Went to UL. I did one fight while I was in school. Almost flunked out of college, and I was like, maybe not. Dude, a fight is like, there's a lot that goes into it,
Yeah.
So like I'm cutting weight, trying to study and trying to work. Like it was a disaster. But I won the fight, and I was like, all right, we'll take a break. And so I was college for me, thank goodness. Like I got involved with Wisdom pretty early. Thank God, because like no telling what my college experience would have been like without.
And if anyone out there don't know, Wisdom is a Catholic center for the campus. Right?
Yes, yeah, it's the Catholic church on campus, and so they had a student center, and like thank God, dude, like I'd have been probably a complete asshole,
Straight up,
like what college is.
Yeah,
like,
straight
and
up.
so I'm super thankful that I was able to get involved with those guys, and they really like carried me through college. Like I didn't do, like, we partied a little bit, but like I didn't like I didn't sleep around, like I didn't get crazy, I wasn't in a frat, nothing like that, and worked through college, gritted my way through, trying not to be one of those guys. And I started that, I think I was like 18, so it was like 2014, and I was working at the UFC gym on Ambassador. Remember that place behind Jimmy John's? That shopping center, like next to Chantel?
Yeah, like a little hole, like it's off to the right.
Yes, so I was working there.
Yeah,
I was coaching
school,
I was coaching like fitness kickboxing classes, and so the Dreams Foundation of Acadiana, which is a nonprofit here in
Yeah.
Acadiana for people with special needs.
Brian
And Danielle.
Yeah.
Yeah. They asked the UFC gym to go to a summer camp that they were doing called Camp Unique. And it was for their special needs adults and kids. And so they went. It wasn't me. They did like judo or something or whatever. The kids loved it. Then they came back and they were like, hey, would you guys do like a boxing class for our adults with special needs? And they were like, yeah, sure. And they asked me to do it. And they were like, Damon will do it. And so I was like, okay. And so here I am, like 18 years old, teaching them like 10, 15 punch combos in the bag, you know? And they were literally just like doing this, like just like not following at all. But like the class ended and I told the parents and I was like, nah, like I'm gonna make this better. Like, I'm sorry it wasn't that good. And the parents were like, that was the best. Like, they were like, this was the most we've seen them move.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, oh man. And that's when like I realized like, dude, this is a big need in this community. And so I changed it to fitness and it just like grew, man. And so I started doing adaptive fitness when I was 18, did it all through college.
Wow.
Started like getting personal training clients, this and that. Moved to Head Kicks on Johnson Street.
Yeah.
And I was working for Aaron and teaching, you know, fitness, personal training, adaptive fitness, MMA, kind of doing
everything,
all of it. Yeah. While I was working through college. And then met my wife later in college. She was a caretaker for a little boy with special needs. Yeah. For a little boy with autism. Yeah. So that's how we met, actually. Was that like maybe like my first or second adaptive fitness, a dreams fitness class is what we used to call it. No. She brought May to the class. Yeah, that's how we met. Pretty wild. Yeah. So I must have been 19 when we met. And then, but I was 19. And
yeah, right.
And so
just clarify that I was 19.
Yeah. And so like my wife, it's always been a joke. Like, she's 2 years older than me.
Okay.
And she didn't go to college. Like, she graduated high school and she's like started working and was like, I want to be a mom one day. Like, that's always been her plan. And so like meeting her at 19 was very intimidating, you know? And then like,
because she already probably lived 3 years of life.
Yes, exactly.
Like she's life.
Grown woman, dude. You know, like cooking and stuff. You know? And so I matured a little bit. We started dating, graduated, proposed, and then we got married in 2017. So, right?
Already.
No. I know we've been married 7 years. I know our date. It's December 7th. I can't remember the year. That's funny. 2018. But yeah, so graduated from UL in 2017. Kept working a few years with Aaron, and then I opened my own facility in 2020. Unique Fitness, because we kind of grew out of Aaron's gym, you know, and like we needed to grow as the middle of COVID. And so we opened Unique Fitness in 2020. And then in 2022, we moved to our a location we own, thankfully, and we rebranded the Train Unique, because you can only imagine how many unique fitnesses there are in the world. It's a lot. So so now we have Train Unique. Yeah, we've been in the location for 4 years, and we're all adaptive fitness. That's what we specialize in. I was about to say
that's
all we do.
Adaptive fitness gym.
Intellectual athletes, autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, Prader-Willi, other stuff like that, and then physical disability, spinal cords, traumatic brain injuries, cerebral palsy, strokes, ataxia. So we have over 150 in Lafayette, and then we just launched our Baton Rouge location like a week ago. So, we haven't even opened yet, but I announced it a week ago. We already got some people signed up out there, and we'll open that April 6th.
So you're gonna have a main contact in Baton Rouge that's gonna be there?
Yeah. One of my coaches. Yeah. One of my coaches is moving out there. Yeah. So she graduated from LSU. She ran track at LSU.
Oh wow.
She's a dog, bro.
Yeah, about to say.
Fast, dude. Like we don't like we go to a coaches conference every year, and we did like a run as a team, whatever, after, and like literally left us in the dust, like flying, bro. Yeah. She's like 6.5 minute mile type thing for like 10 of them. Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Cool.
So she's gonna be leading Baton Rouge for me.
It's awesome, man.
So we got that, and then we launched Adaptive Fitness Coalition, which is like obviously like in the state of Louisiana. We're gonna scale Train Unique because we're kind of on a mission right now to get what we do added into the Medicaid waiver programs, and we've got to be kind of spread across the state to do that. Yeah, it's been a big mission, big lift.
That's huge, man.
Yeah, so it's been a fight. We talk about that a little more, but. That's like Louisiana is gonna be all Train Uniques, and then outside, but like this mission is huge. Like this population is so underserved. Yeah. So we started the Adaptive Fitness Coalition to help other gym owners all around the world in the country start their own adaptive fitness programs. So like instead of me having to go open a Train Unique in Denver,
You have sourced the program to them.
yeah, exactly. Like you got a great gym in Denver, and like I
Yeah.
thankfully have gym contacts all over.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you got a great gym, good staff. Let me just teach you how to do it, and then they can plug in programs. So that's been cool. It's been like been a few months,
man, let's go.
and I already got I got a couple gyms. I got one gym that has 10 members, another one that has 8 members, and so they're slowly kind of starting to come
Kinda
and
grow, yeah.
So it's been really been cool, man.
Wow, man, mission. I see you, man. We talked about this last time I saw you, but the ability to, like you said, you fighting to be able to mix passion with work. Mission with work.
Yeah, bro.
I know it's hard.
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
But
Like,
I see it.
thank you, man. I'm
Yeah.
dialed in right now. Like
Yeah.
I'm cutting out anything
Yeah.
in my life that is not adaptive fitness,
Yeah.
fitness, my own fitness, and my family. Like anything that ain't that, I'm cutting right now.
Yeah.
Because I like the mission is
You have to do it right now. That's just
so
what it is.
big. Yeah, like this is a huge mission, and
And you're probably at a very pivotal time of like possible growth and partnerships and
exactly.
all that good stuff.
Exactly. So yeah, that was my decision to
Yeah.
like with fighting. So
Yeah, you were prematurely retired.
yeah. Like I was fought amateur, and then
Yeah.
I went pro in 2021.
Yeah.
Did 7 pro fights. I was 6-1 as a pro. And
I told him you hadn't lost. I said you might have lost one, but
one loss. Yeah,
Yeah.
I kicked him right in his elbow. I kicked him hard through that body kick and it caught him in the elbow. And when I went to put my foot down, dude, it just gave out. Yeah, and he jumped me and
Yeah, it's done with.
yeah.
Wow.
That pro loss sucked. That hurt bad. But yeah, I was 10-2 overall. 6-1 as a pro.
That's
And
awesome.
so I retired in 2024 because it was like
Yeah.
I was at
saw
that
it.
point where it was like, okay, I got to pick one, because like the next step is like I'm 6-1 as a pro. Next step's
Yeah.
like Dana White,
Yeah.
Contender Series, or the gym. You really can't do both. You
That's
can't
right.
fight in the UFC and
And do all that.
be an owner operator of a business.
Yeah.
So obviously I chose the gym,
man.
Wow. Yeah, dude, but it was a great time of my life. Like like I
saw it
became who I needed to become
through that. Yeah.
through that.
Yeah.
Like became the man I needed to be.
Yeah. Wow, man, there's so many avenues I can go down from just that beginning story. Man, where do we want to go? I guess this is very simple. To me, it's probably simple, but maybe not. The discernment aspect for that. Football, fighting or gym. I mean, to me, it makes sense why you chose that, but maybe maybe explain it.
That's a good question.
Maybe explain it for everybody that don't know.
It was basically like my pride and my identity, or what God and the world needs from me, and that's what it came down to.
Say that again.
My pride and my identity, or who I think my identity is,
right? Exactly.
Or like what the world and God needs me to do.
Yeah, amen.
Like that, because the gym is harder.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like professional fighting is one of the hardest things on the planet. Believe me. Like it's. I mean, the weight cut, it's awful.
Yeah.
But it's pretty simple.
Right.
Like train hard, eat right, devote yourself to it 100%.
Yeah.
Be tougher than the other guy.
Right.
And like you can go far.
That's right.
Whereas like this mission of adaptive fitness is like
scaling, partnerships.
It's a spider web of all the things. How do we do this? Funding, all that.
Branding,
leadership, brand, all that. Like this one was bigger and harder, but I just thought about what am I gonna think of myself whenever I'm an old man, and on my deathbed, like, am I gonna be more proud that I made it to the UFC?
Right.
Or am I gonna be more proud that I solved a problem in the world?
Come on.
That needed to be solved and that impacted a lot of people's lives. Like
not
only the athletes' lives, but their families' lives and the coaches who get to work, like everybody,
parents.
And
everybody.
so it definitely like the first few months were.
Ooh, I'm sure it was tough.
It was tough, and it's just a wild time, bro. So I retired in May of 2024. My wife's brother got arrested in May of 2024. She comes from a family of 5. Talk about buttoned up, bro. Like buttoned up, like legit, great family. And this came out of left field for them. So I graduated May of 2024. Her brother gets arrested. Her mom like moved to Baton Rouge to help out his wife. He has like a wife and 6 kids they left behind. So our life just like changed all that and like drop of a hat. And so I had like a little more time in my hands than I was used to having. but my wife was like obviously going through that, and so that put a heck of a strain on our marriage, you know. And I
Yeah.
had to like figure out who I was out, because I mean, I'd work all day long in the gym, and then I'd go to the gym and train at night. So I was out the house from basically 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. And then when I stopped fighting, I was like home at night. And I was like, what is this? Well, like, I'm supposed to bathe the kids? Like, what am I,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do? You
Washing
know?
clothes, washing
Yeah,
dishes. Like,
yeah.
man, this is a
So,
lot different.
yeah. And so a couple
Yeah.
times I was like, I'm just gonna go back to fighting. But
Yeah, right. That's real.
but
That's
yeah,
real,
so
man.
but yeah, the discernment process, like I'm
Yeah.
obviously very, very proud of myself for
Yeah.
making that choice.
It's
Like
not
I know it
easy.
was the right choice, but
Yeah.
it was and the letting go of like the community knows me from that,
Yeah.
you know, because like fighting is
Yeah.
flashier than
Public sector. Yo.
yeah, like it's flashier than adaptive fitness is, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So a lot of people knew me as that, and kind of like changing that from like that's not me anymore, you know, to like who I really am, you know, was a journey.
Yeah. You know, all the spiritual books we've read, like it's kind of easy to discern in a sense, good and evil. But sometimes we have to discern good and good. It's a
Yeah,
lot tougher, man.
it is,
It's a
bro.
lot tougher to sort that out and find out, you know, the better of the choices, right?
Yeah,
Or
and
God's choice.
for sure.
You know,
Yeah, and I'm
God's choice in it.
like that's the thing is like you got to remember when those choices are there. It's like
Yeah.
you're great, you're blessed to even be in that position
Yeah.
to make a choice like that, you know, and don't like not to put pressure, but like don't screw it up, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
like
yeah.
when you
Yeah.
when you got
Exactly.
two great paths to go on that, it's
Yeah.
like you
Come on.
God's gonna be with you in either one,
Yes, right.
but like clearly there's one that
His
like
hand's a little more on it. I
yeah
would
yeah
say.
yeah
You
like
know.
there's one that's just like makes more, you know, makes more sense.
Yeah.
Like it's just this is just, and for me,
Yeah.
like service is just like that's what it's about. You know, like
Yeah.
fighting is a great sport, but it is a selfish sport.
Yeah.
Like it requires you to cut
Yeah.
anything and everything else out around you.
Yeah.
You know, and so as a father, that's obviously went into the call too.
Amen.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Thanks, man.
Well, since you know about discernment and choosing family and fighting and all that stuff, I'm a sucker for love, man. Even though I ain't got it,
Not yet, bro.
yeah. So, being married at a young age, I'm what 20,
Yeah, I was 24.
24?
I'm 30. No, I was 23.
Yeah,
I'm 30. We've been married for 7 years.
7 years now. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously not that old yet, but what's been some of the maybe you really sucked at this 7 years ago, and now you're starting to get better. And maybe just what's some of your advice for like a young couple? Like just I know you kind of in the mix of it already.
No,
like
bro,
you're in it.
It's been a journey, bro.
But
like we've lived.
I mean, you got 4 kids.
We got 4 kids,
so
bro.
it's like I feel like you have. I know you might be in it, but what kind of explain that?
Like my wife and I, we look back at like okay, we got together. I was in college, went through that, graduated college, started a business.
Yeah, it's like
a business that nobody's really ever done before.
Right.
Started a brand new concept, professional fighting, 4 kids. My dad's in prison. Her brother's in prison. Our family, like just chaos, bro. 7 years. Like it feels like we've been married for like 30 years, dude. But like we've been through a lot. You know? The piece of advice I have, and I will remember this for the rest of my life. I was in Atlanta. I was actually at a business conference in Atlanta for gym owners, and this group that I'm in, it's called Two Brain Business, which signifies like the head and the heart, right? Because like gym owners are notorious for opening gyms that are great for the community, but are bad for their families. So like notorious for like, this is an awesome place, but it makes no money. Yeah. And like eventually that gym has to close down and that serves nobody. Yeah. So Two Brain is about like, it's good for the community and it's profitable, which means it's sustainable. Yeah. So we're at this conference, and this guy comes up, and he had a similar story to me. Like I don't remember what happened to him, but he basically like almost lost his arm when he was a kid. And so he had to like come up through sports and everything with basically like one arm. And he talked about how like he tied his life to like performance metrics. And like his worth was like how well he did at whatever, or his worth was in overcoming whatever was in front of him. Right. And like that's been my path too, like a war path of like stuff that I've had to overcome and not letting it hold me back. However, when you get into a relationship and then you start, portraying, or what's the word I'm looking for when I projecting. When you start projecting your own like performance related things on your partner, that is not fair.
Yeah.
Because like naturally, if I'm a person who's like I'm going to be attracted to somebody like Catherine, my wife. Dude, she is just a peaceful person. She's content with being a human being, and that's not me. And so like I'm attracted to that peace and that because it makes me feel at home. It's just like a safe place to land, right? So then whenever it's funny that like I'm like, it sounds so obvious when I'm saying it now, but when I'm like projecting my like, okay, I'm doing everything I need to do as a husband and as a dad, but you're still kind of having a bad day. Like why? Like I'm doing what I need to be doing. So like why are you not in the best mood ever?
Right.
And so like not allowing your partner to feel how they need to feel.
Yeah.
No matter if you're holding up your end of the deal.
Yeah.
Like when you're sharing a life with a human being, there's going to be emotions. And like I had to go so robotic to make it through the things I was doing that I expected her to be that way too. And it like was disastrous, And so I remember being in this conference and the light going off of my head, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've been doing that to Catherine, and putting that pressure on her to feel a certain way.
Because I'm doing all these things. So there should be a controlled result from this.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's not.
That's not life.
Yeah. And so like that, bro, that was a big one.
I would struggle with that too.
That was a big one, And it's just like inputs should equal these outputs. And that's when you're in a relationship with somebody, that's how it is.
Yeah.
And so that's
input should equal the output, but that's not how it is in a relationship.
Right. Yeah. And so that's just not how people are.
Right.
Normal people.
Correct.
And so like that's been a thing, man. It's just like trying to figure out how to ride these waves.
Yeah.
And I'm also a person who and this has served me well in a lot of areas of my life, but if something's not serving me, it's out. I will cut situations and people
quickly,
bro. Like I am focused on the things that are in front of me.
Yeah.
But in a relationship, like you can't do that, And so it's like, how do I balance like, okay, if something's not serving me, it gets cut. Well, I can't cut my wife out.
Right. Right. Yeah. 100%.
So it's like, there's these things that are, and this is kind of twofold. Like,
that's good stuff.
The things that make you strong in certain areas, like particularly professional, are going to be your Achilles heel in relationships. So like, if you can like, if you have that ability to cut things, right? Or you have the ability to compartmentalize, like as a business owner, you have to have that. You have to have the ability to compartmentalize and push forward no matter what. Well, that ability can become dangerous in a marriage if you just keep
robotic.
Just keep shoving away that little thing. Yeah. It eventually grows.
Yeah.
Right. And so but like that's the same thing as like your pain usually leads you to your purpose.
Yeah.
Like the thing that caused you the most pain in your life, particularly when you were coming up, you generally want to prevent other people from feeling that pain. That's one of the reasons why you're here.
Yeah.
It's the reason why I'm here. Because like I went through what I went as a kid, and I didn't want anybody else to feel that.
That's right.
And so it's this weird like things of like confronting the things that you need to confront without losing the things that make you you.
Come on, somebody.
It's
hard.
Wild, bro.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It's a weird paradox. Like you said, confronting the things you need to confront without losing who you are at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's huge, man.
Yeah, man. Because like you hear these athletes, like there's a lot of like high level athletes who they run on hate,
Right.
And, like they hate losing more than they like winning for whatever reason, or they want to prove people wrong. Like entrepreneurs are famous for that. Like my dad told me one day, or my teacher told me one day I was never going to amount to nothing. They're going to become billionaires. It's like, bro, you could just go to therapy, like, but that gives them that edge, And so it's like, how do you
heal that wound, but still keep the edge?
Right. That's been a challenge. You could tell I've been going to therapy, but
No, man, that's great. It's real though. And I think a lot of men, leaders in households could understand that language you're speaking. I think a lot of people end up being driven and triggered by that. You know what I mean? Those things.
And that was a fear because like we just opened a second location. I got 4 young kids who need me every single night. Like I can't be off. I can't be like, I had a long day. Like I get home and they're meeting me outside, opening the door. Like, come on, Dad.
Man, let me at least get to the door.
No, dude. No, like I'll get home after like the longest day, and they're like,
they bust through the
doorknob, and I'm like, oh god. So, and so it's like to be able to. That's the other thing that I was like nervous about was like, how am I supposed to come back from like trying to build a business, going to therapy, trying to take care of all the things I need to take care of, and then show up like nothing ever happened, day in and day out. And that was scary, you know. And it's hard, honestly.
It's gonna take some trial and error, man. No doubt.
But I almost I guess what I'm saying is I almost let it hold me back from doing it.
Got you. I see what you're saying.
I was almost like maybe now's not the right time.
Yeah.
Because I can't handle like any lapse in performance right now, whether that be on the dad side, husband side, business side. I can't handle that right now. And what if that causes that? And
so like that performance mentality, which has gotten you so far, almost became
what prevented
you. Wow.
Yeah.
At this stage in life. Yeah.
Thank God it didn't. But it is painful. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
But that's why like I'm so passionate about like martial arts and fitness, obviously, is because like it teaches you to be able to just go, like deal with that pain.
Be very strategic to move forward with the pain or whatever and whatnot. Man, I'm so glad I got this interview.
This is fun,
I'm hyped.
Dude.
I'm excited, man. Because I get to see the outside part of it, you know, and just having known you for so long and watch from a distance, that's pretty awesome.
I appreciate it, man.
Like you said, you are a hyper compartmentalized, so you never know. You know what I mean?
Right.
In a sense, like
true.
I would never know. I mean, I would know. I would know, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That's great, man. And so family's growing, business is growing. We're going to therapy. We're adapting to like, how we got to this point and whatnot. But you said something about like your faith, man. Your faith's been a big part in your life, especially when you got to wisdom.
Yeah.
Walk us on, maybe take us a little bit through that journey. How was it when you were a kid, and then what maybe was there a big moment? I guess it was your dad, but like, walk us through that journey of that faith walk up until now.
So I remember you probably laugh about this. Do you remember like I went to catechism in Kaplan? I don't know why.
Okay.
But
all right.
I went to catechism in Kaplan with the nuns, bro. I remember vividly like 2 weeks of
probably like malt trade or something like
2 weeks of during the summer catechism with the nuns and eating goldfish, and animal crackers. I just remember that so vividly.
Yeah.
And obviously didn't get a whole lot out of it.
Yeah.
Like most kids don't. And we were out of the church for a while. I don't know why. And my dad wasn't, faith-based. And so obviously as a leader of the household, if he wasn't taking us, we weren't going. And so we just weren't, it's not like we didn't believe, but we just weren't practicing, right?
Right.
Actually, the reason I wanted to get back into it, I actually got back into it in high school. I wasn't confirmed, and I saw like the rest of like my classmates around me getting confirmed, and they would like talk about like Life Teen and like that at St. Alphonsus and Maurice.
Yeah.
And so like I would hear about that, and like it got me curious, and I was like, man, like it was kind of more so was like feeling left out, which is funny.
Yeah.
And so I asked my parents to get back into it. They were like, you haven't been to catechism in however long, so I couldn't. So they made me do RCIA. So it turned into me wanting to go to Life Teen with my peers was me going to RCIA with a bunch of old people.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And so I'm like in RCIA like as a junior, I think.
Cool.
And then I got confirmed as a senior. So I got confirmed a year late because I had to go through RCIA.
Yeah.
So we did that. Graduated high school, got involved in Wisdom. And like I said, it was just thank God for that place.
Yeah.
Like it really, especially on a college campus, like so important. Just so important. And that really shaped a lot, like not only like spiritually, but also just like mentally and emotionally on the human, like the human
how you
side.
saw things. Yeah.
Like I loved the human side of formation that they talked about at Wisdom, and I think that's one of the things that the church does well is like the doctors of the church and the things like that. Like some of the highest level thinkers ever have been doctors of the church. And so that really shaped me, really formed me. And then I will say, like, looking back on it now, like the thing about the faith that I'm kind of coming to terms with was like I was using the Catholic Church at that point to like keep me away from things and keep me out of things, you know, which again, thank God for it. Because if I would have dove in, I would be a whole different, completely different person.
100%.
Completely. And so, but after, now that I'm, obviously graduated from college, I have a wife, I have kids.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, like that part, it's like kind of like what's next
Yeah.
kind of thing, And so my wife and I obviously practiced Catholicism all the way through. Like
Okay.
we have 4 kids under 6 for a reason,
Oh, wow. All right.
And so
Ooh,
like,
kudos to y'all, my
the reason
brother.
that happened is because
Yes.
with CAH, my condition, because of all the steroids and the experimental medicine I've been
Okay.
on, they told me like my whole life, like you probably won't be able to have kids. They're like, just know that men with CAH are usually infertile. And so I was like, okay. So Catherine and I get married. I talked to her about her, and I was like, does this make you nervous? She's like, no, I mean, no big deal. I was like, okay, cool. To get pregnant, like second week we're married. And I was like, okay.
All right.
Told my doctor, and she was straight up like, I'm happy for you, but just know it might be a fluke. And I was like, man, she's serious about this. Like maybe it was a fluke. Second one comes along 18 months later, or 9, we got pregnant like 9 months later. He's 18 months after my first one. So we have a newborn and like an 18-month-old.
No way.
Yeah. So then at that point we were
so
like,
you realized, well, I'm not.
apparently I'm not infertile, but I am out of practice of NFP. And so we had 2 more immediately back to back, like right after that. So we had 4 in the span of 5 years, which was, and the last one, bro, like this is a Christian oriented podcast. So I'll just say it, like my wife was not fertile. She peed on the stick, dude, on the ovulation test, said no, not fertile. And we still had a baby. Yeah. Like God wanted us to have, her name's Azalee, our 4th one, Azalee Ruth. Named after my Ma Root, who grew up right down the road from here, actually. Yeah, her name was Azalee Ruth. Yeah, it was my grandmother's name. And she went by Ma Root. So we named my daughter Azalee Ruth. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Man.
So
come on.
because I took care of my grandma, like, and her, because that was my dad's mom. That was my dad's in prison. So I took care of her like the last. Yeah. So we named her after her.
We got similar stories. Well, but minus the dad in jail. But
took
care of my grandmother the last 4 years too.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Changed me.
Me too, man. But probably one
deep sorrow.
Yeah.
I never experienced sorrow like that before.
Yeah, same. Whenever I was, it was her funeral.
Yeah,
and they wouldn't let him come because it was kind of during COVID.
Yeah.
So I had to video call him. And so like I'm holding the phone at my grandmother's funeral while my dad's watching it from prison, from Angola. And it freaking, dude, it just crushed me. Like,
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough. But anyway, so we did the NFP thing, obviously. That's how we got here. And then kind of like where we are now is May of 2024. Azalee was born New Year's Eve of 23. So like last day of 2023, it's 2024. I stopped fighting, and the plan was to keep moving. And then Catherine's family had their stuff, and it like we lost her brother, but more importantly, we lost her mom, who was like helping us.
Yeah, because she had to go to Baton Rouge now.
Because she had to go to Baton Rouge. My mom, after 8 years of like fighting for my dad, like finally, as she should, was like, I'm getting a divorce and I'm moving on. And so my mom started like dating again. So we lost her help. And so like our whole like support system around us like kind of left.
Yeah.
And then, so we made a decision to like, we cannot keep doing NFP.
Yeah.
Like we can't. And it was really, really hard because my wife like very strongly identifies with Catholicism.
Yeah.
And I was too. And I kind of like knew that because I'm a guy who's like all or nothing. I don't know if you can like tell, like, dude, like I'm freaking dialed in.
Yeah.
But again, when something doesn't serve me, I move on. And so when the NFP thing and us doing what I know was right for our family, but it not being in line with the church, kind of set me on like a path of like,
what's going on?
How
do I rectify this?
Exactly. Yeah. And so that's kind of where we are, to be vulnerable with you is like,
that's real, like, man.
This was the right call for our family.
Yeah.
And it is the right call. Like we're still
Open to life in the yeah, I see what you, I know what you
like
mean.
we have 4 kids, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we have a business that I believe
Yeah.
is very, very important. Like
Yeah.
we can't have any more kids right now.
Yeah.
And it's just not the right call, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna abstain, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
from like my wife,
Yeah.
you know? And
Yeah.
so yeah, that's where we are. It's been a
Yeah,
challenge, been a challenge.
Hey, that's definitely something vulnerable to share, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and I say I have all the answers because I do not,
Yeah.
man. That's wild, brother.
Yeah.
You know,
So
because that would mess with me too. You know, I'm not married. I don't have that challenge and that crossroads to. You know, it's easy to say, oh yeah, just don't sleep with your wife, but
right, like
but
bro, like
but then the Bible says like, you know, don't stay away from your wife.
Yeah.
You know, room for the devil. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it. Yeah.
It's tricky, man.
Yeah.
It's tricky. So I'm trying to figure out you know, and it's obviously been a struggle in our marriage too, because like
Yeah,
my
of
wife like
course.
very strongly identifies. She grew up like homeschool Catholic,
Yeah.
like jean skirt homeschool
Like,
Catholic,
like traditional Catholic,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah, and so it's like she grew up like that. Obviously had my journey, you know, and it's like
Yeah.
trying to figure out where we are now, and
Yeah.
because it's like I'm still taking my family to church. You know, we go to Sacred
Yeah.
Heart and Broussard, you know, and so it's
Yeah.
like still trying to stay in it, but just knowing that like technically church teaching says that like I'm in mortal sin is difficult. Like the church says that, but I know in my heart, like if I died tomorrow or my wife
Yeah.
died tomorrow, like I know that that's not the case.
Yeah.
You know, and so just trying to like reconcile like all of it, you know, and the separating like, because one, there's like the people of the church, and that's a whole thing in itself, you know, of like the people of the church and what they say. Because like, for example, like we asked one of my close friends who's a priest, and he was basically like, I can't really like say I support it.
Yeah.
He couldn't give us.
Yeah, like you see, I'm a man of very few words right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like, yeah, that's a tough one. You know what I mean? Like
he couldn't.
Like I'm the same way. I can't.
You can't say, right? And so it's like, I don't fault you guys for that, but then it's also like, okay, so what is basically trying to figure out what of this is man saying that this is not okay, and what of this is God saying it's not okay,
right?
And so yeah, that is where we are now. And so
man, I've had a few conversations with men in that situation, and it's like, man, I feel for you, man. Because like I don't have a wife, but like I know my love language.
Yeah,
like I mean, as a man, like my love language is physical, physical, you know, stuff
30-year-old,
healthy
you know,
man,
fit person.
Yeah, like you know, and yeah, how do you rectify all that, man?
Right,
you know,
right. And so, but I will say this, like what's funny is that was one of the things that I really theology of the body.
Yeah,
was probably one of my favorite works that the church has
y'all
ever.
Catholic, man.
I love like theology of the body is beautiful, man. Like it is beautiful, and I love that. And honestly, like it helped me. Like my business probably wouldn't be here because of it. Like that really, like one of the things that helped me, like
the body, the sanctity of the body.
Yeah, stuff, like these are like these people with special needs and disabilities are like human beings. Like they're actually the most like treasured like human beings that we have, right? And so. Like understanding the sanctity of the body, like knowing that, but then also like now being in it, I can see how it is a slippery slope, and I see why the church has it teaching, because it's like the line can become like
it's a slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope, and so I understand, but it's also like I have done that work. I have done that work to like not go down those paths of like abusing my wife and like using her, right? But then it's like also like, am I supposed to like not with my wife? Like I don't know how that makes sense, you know? Because like that is at the end of the day, that's your choice. Like that's your option.
Yeah,
really is like if you don't want to have kids, don't have sex. That's it. And it's like I'm not really sure that that's so.
Which one's the holier thing to do, or the more right thing to do? And you and many other men, and for you to share that, I'm sure that you can relate. You are going to be very relatable to a lot of men listening to this podcast. Yeah. And married women, I'm for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
so,
wow.
Yeah, man. So we're just trying to like
navigate that
and not do what I do, which is say,
just to hell with it all.
That's really where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm really trying not to be like, screw y'all.
Like,
because you know, another part of my pride was like, I really didn't like asking. At the end of the day, who's a man, I really didn't like having to kind of like ask him permission.
I know.
You know, like I don't really see myself doing that again, to be honest. You
Yeah.
know, and so it's like, but that's one person. You know, like just
Yeah.
because he's a priest doesn't mean that like
Yeah.
that's God's word. You know,
Yeah.
and so it's like trying to stay in it and
Yeah.
work on my relationship with God, even though it's not perfect right now, which is kind of the theme.
I think like in scripture there, God allows times for people to wrestle. You know what I mean? Like Jacob wrestled with God and that ended at one time. You know, so like you
That's
and your
true.
wife are wrestling.
Yeah.
It is not a sin to wrestle. You know what I mean? Like I know there's sins, but I'm just
Right.
saying like there's a season for everything.
Mm.
For sadness, for joy, for celebration, for mourning.
Yeah.
And there's a season for wrestling.
Right.
And right now that's what you're in, wrestling and trying to find like God's plan for y'all's family. You know what I mean? And I don't think you should be ashamed of that. Like I'm not saying nothing. You know what I mean? Like I'm not, you know, like I'm not
his position.
You know what I mean? I was just not, because I'm not married. I'm not in that position. I can tell you this right now. Want me to tell you that the academic is, it has to be unitive and procreative, but you know that already.
I do that. Yeah.
I mean,
free total, faithful, fruitful.
Like you know that, right? But it's not. But as I say that, I also know you have 4 kids. You know what I mean? It's not like y'all not,
right?
You know. So it's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is for y'all to wrestle with. You know what I mean?
That's a good way to think about it, though, in a wrestling season right now.
No, but seriously.
Like
no point intended, because you used to wrestle.
It's hilarious because
but you're in a wrestling season.
That is where we are, bro. And like both personally, each of us personally, in our relationship, like it's just that's where we're at. We're in a very pivotal point right now.
And your vulnerability and your humility, the best outcome is going to be it's going to come through your vulnerability and through your humility. God blesses that. I mean, I believe that. You know what I mean? I do.
I appreciate that, man.
I do. You know what I mean? You're vulnerable and you're humble enough to address it and face it. So God blesses those things. There's never been a time where vulnerability and humility has not been blessed all throughout history.
Right.
You know, when I say history, the Bible, scripture stories, traditions of the church, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You mess with vulnerability and humility.
Yeah.
God blesses it. God sorts it out.
I appreciate that. I mean? I got to keep figuring out the humility part is the part that's tough. Not I think that like no, it's more so just like I don't like.
You could say it.
I don't like
being told
I don't like being told what to do.
I mean, look, you and probably the other 2 people in this room. You know what I'm saying? Like that's part of the human experience, right? Like that's part of the fall of Adam and Eve. I'm not saying you're going to that depth, but I'm saying like they're like, no, we want to know what's good and evil.
Yeah.
No, not just you. We want to know what's good and evil. So give us the apple so we know what's good and evil too. You know what I mean? And you're wrestling.
Yeah. That's where we're at.
Enjoy it.
So that's where we're at.
No, that's good stuff. Baby. I appreciate you sharing that because I'm telling y'all, I mean, obviously in my work, I can't say who, but like I've had many conversations with men and women going through the very same thing you and your wife are going through.
Yeah.
Some handle it with humility and vulnerability, some don't. But I feel like you're in a spot where you are, and definitely your wife is. So
She's dialed in, dude.
Like, well, she gotta be if she with you. She gotta be dialed in if she
a rider, bro.
She gotta be ready to go, toe to toe with you.
She's
sometime,
a rider, dude. Yeah. So that's been
okay. Well, man, me personally, I'll just keep praying for y'all.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah. It's been interesting because it's like there's a identity part of it tied in there.
Yeah.
Especially for my wife, and so it's like who, and then obviously the way that I feel right now is not the way that I felt when we got married. And so it's like, how do you, like she kind of feels like I'm switching up on her, and it's like, so, dude,
wow.
it's a lot, but I think it is probably one of the things that married people struggle with the most.
Oh,
and I just
100%.
I just hope that like for me, where I'm at is like knowing that like I'm struggling with it, but like trying not to feel like I don't feel like I don't want other people to feel guilty. Because like I let go of that and like it got better, and just like trying to like seek the truth. Yeah. Without like the guilt part
and the
of
shame
it.
And hey man, I'm trying to figure this out. Right. And being okay that you're really trying to figure this out.
Right.
Yeah. Because like the devil, the shame, the guilt, because that'll start leaking into other areas of your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a father and business owner and all that other things.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know where you were going with that. That's good stuff, man. Talking about hot topics, man.
It's a hot one, dude.
That it really is, though. Truthfully, in the church and life, everything.
Like I mean, you can go on all day about it. But like, it's 2026.
Yeah.
Family support is at an all-time low. Economics are at an
all-time high. Think about it. Family support is at all-time low. Economic responsibility all-time high.
Like I can say,
how
like,
does that work?
Because like my Catherine stays at home.
Yeah.
And like that was always the plan that we felt like God wanted from us, and that's always what we wanted for our lives. We wanted our kids to have their mom, and I don't want my wife to have to work, frankly. Like I want her to live a soft life. That's always been the goal. And trying to do that, single income with 4 kids, dude, if we had 5 or 6, bro, you're drowning out here. Dude.
I already know.
And so it's like
so you know what we need to do?
You know?
We need to get Tim Tebow on board with this. Some form of fashion.
Yeah, bro. He could sway him, dude.
He could do something, come to an event, sponsor an event for you. I mean, y'all pretty much in the same lane in different ways. You know what I mean? With his homecoming and stuff like that.
Yeah. We used to have that in Lafayette.
Yeah.
Dream still does it now, the gala.
Yeah, the gala.
I used to help him with the Night to Shine a few years ago.
I had to throw him in there and plug him in just in case somehow they get, this message gets to him. I mean, he's going to be in Baton Rouge.
Oh, really?
March 17th for a pro-life event, gala.
Wow.
Yeah, but losing the right to life.
Very cool, very cool. You still working with them?
Like consulting, like, hey, go get this talk. Hey, go do that. Hey, I still work with them from, a consulting situation, partnership.
Very cool, man.
Yeah. So indirectly, we're fighting the same fight in different ways.
My dad and I went to his talk remember he came to Our Savior's like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like 3 or 4 years or 2 years ago, maybe?
No, it was like.
It wasn't this year.
No, it was like 10 years ago.
Oh, it was longer than that. Okay.
Long time ago.
I think he came back, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
I think so.
He went forever ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's a man.
Yeah, he's killing it. Him and his wife and all that stuff. So, yeah, Tim Tebow, anybody got connections?
Let's go.
Send them to, what's the business name?
Train Unique.
Train Unique, baby.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes, sir.
That would be cool. Like a workout. That'd be really
Workout with Tim Tebow. That's like a fundraiser,
That'd be really cool. That's a good idea.
Yeah, man. Contact your stuff.
Yeah, bro.
Contact your representative. Y'all have similar.
Yeah.
Like his wife has a sibling that is has
a special need.
Has special need.
No way.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how we got into it?
That's how they met.
Wow.
That's how they met because her sibling, whatever.
Wow.
Was part of one of the nights. Isn't that crazy?
Dang.
God knows, man. Dude. I'm not saying it just to say this.
Like the Team U version of Tim Tebow.
That's what I'm. No, for real. That's for real, man. Team U, baby.
Funny, bro.
And so, like, yeah, y'all missions aligned very, 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 very closely. Wow. So may God bless this, and from our lips to His ears, or whoever knows Him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Very cool.
Definitely reach out.
Yeah.
Send him some of your stuff.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. His teams. They say he's tough, but. They said that his representative teams do reach back out.
Okay.
That's how LA Right to Life
wow.
got him. I mean, they're in contact with his representative team.
Wow.
So
nice.
Yeah. So, man, with that being said, with the growth of your faith, where you're in this wrestling season that you're in, kind of for the young guys, I have a lot of young adults listening to this. You fought, what, 10 times?
12 times.
12 times?
Yeah.
I'm not a fighter, what place does a fighter go in? Or y'all just love it? You know what I'm saying? Like where? I mean, I don't know if you want to share where you got to go. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Maybe not. I don't know if I want to know exactly where you got to go. But like, for someone to say like, hey, like Mortal Kombat type stuff, like, I'm about to get in this octagon and I'm either how they say that. I'm either leaving with my shield or I'm leaving with my shield on it, baby. Come on, man.
That's what they say.
Let's go.
With your shield or on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Yeah. I will say it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
There's
some people just love it too.
Yeah, I wasn't one of those guys. Like I for me, it was kind of like a journey. Like it was. I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it.
Yeah.
So I was like, because I mean, dude, it is scary, bro. Like you are like, I mean, you train for 8 weeks, cut weight, do this whole thing. You got, a couple thousand people.
Yeah.
A lot of your closest friends and family who paid $150 to come watch you get in the cage. You get in the cage in your underwear, basically, and you're like, all right, let's fight each other. It's nuts. Like, it's crazy. Your wife's there, your mom's there, your friends, your boys, and like you're fighting a dude who, especially like at the pro level, like fighting dudes who are full-time fighters. Like these dudes, they don't have gyms for people with special needs, or most of them don't have families. And so it's like they fight. They wake up, they're thinking about me. When they wake up, they're like, I'm about to kill this dude, right? And so knowing that he's been thinking about waking up, thinking about me, and going to bed thinking about me for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And we're about to get in here with 4-ounce gloves on, no shin pads, no nothing. Elbows, knees, the whole 9 yards. Like, it's like you get in there, you're kind of warming up in the back, and it's like maybe like 2 fights before yours. And so like, you're wrapped up, you're warm, you're ready to go. And but it's not like ready, it's not like time to go. And you're like, what am I doing? Like, why am I here? What am I doing? And then you push past that and you're like, well, it's either me or him at this point, like I might as well win, And so, yeah, dude, it's a wild, wild feeling. But like that feeling, I think my favorite part is you get in the cage, you walk out, everybody's cheering for you. They grease you up, put the Vaseline on, check for weapons, check for cup, send you in the cage. And then he's in there already. And you're like, just like, it's before the fight. You're both in the cage. And you're just like locked, like eyes are locked on each other. And dude, it's like a drug, bro. Like, it's the most amazing feeling ever. He's just locked up. He's prepared. He knows I'm prepared. We're evenly matched. Like, let's find out who's tougher. It's a wild feeling, bro. I love it. I miss it.
That's why I want to give you an opportunity to go back there for a second with us.
I miss it. I just miss how, like, when you locked eyes like that, he's prepared, I'm prepared. Like, there obviously, like, skill does play like a large part of it. But like, what it's more about is like who wants it more. Like, who's willing to go to a darker place to like get it done.
Like, I'm not, again, know nothing about fighting, watch it just as a fan with my friends. But I think there's something what you just said, because I think a lot of people would say that Dustin Poirier is not like the most skilled dude at all, man. But he wants it. You know what I'm saying? Like he's in it to rock and roll. Yeah. Like, hey, like, you're gonna have to on a stretcher, dude. Like for real. And maybe 2 stretchers. That's like, break my body.
And he is, having trained with Dustin, he's like that always, everywhere. Like,
that's crazy.
We've been in the gym training together, and like
you had to get him to check out real quick.
You could see it. You could see the switch flip, dude. And he's like, pick the violence level just like goes up like that, bro. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, he's different, bro. He's different.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, but yeah, that feeling, man. Just like you're in there, and and then the fight starts, and it's just like everything else, like it's a
instinctive. Go back on your preparation.
Yeah, and the ability to like, toughness and all those other things that go into like being able to fight whenever you're losing, and you gotta come out like
breathe.
Yeah so yeah, dude, it was a good time, man. I miss it. There was one fight, I can send you the clip and clip it if you want. I was fighting this dude, and this dude, when he punched me, dude, it felt like I was getting shocked, bro. He punched so hard, dude. He had done some boxing fights too.
Oh wow.
And so like my background is grappling. I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I wrestled.
Yeah.
His background was boxing. And there's like good strikers.
Yeah.
And then there's boxers. And like boxing,
they just hit different.
They hit different. Like that is what they do. And this dude, he hit me so hard, bro. He knocked me down like 2 or 3 times. Like almost knocked out. Knocked me down from a punch. Like hit me, I went down. And dude, I don't even really remember it. I was pretty sure I was concussed, but I ended up I head kicked him and knocked him out.
No way.
It was sick, bro. And like I literally just like freaking
went in like flight mode and just
left head kick to the head, bro. He folds, get on top, broke my thumb on his forehead, and it was, dude, like that. I remember that, and like the picture after, I was just like. Dude, like that feeling, I miss that, man.
That's crazy. Yeah, wow, look at that.
But I will say this about fighting or MMA in general, like if there are any like young guys watching this,
that's why I did it.
I think it is one of the most beneficial things that you can do as a young man. Like it will change you and prepare you and set you up for whatever you want to do. You know, like you want to go, whatever. Like
Doesn't matter.
Everything is going to be easier after you fought. Your fear gauge, you know, like now that like I'm speaking in front of people and traveling and like I don't like it takes a lot to embarrass me, bro. Like I've been knocked out in front of a couple thousand people and the people I love the most, you know? So it's like that when you do that, your gauge of everything else is different, you know? And so you can you can push yourself in your other areas and like it's probably not going to be as bad as that, honestly.
Oh man, that's a nugget.
You know? So
man.
I'm grateful for that for sure.
Awesome, man. We'll just kind of keep going down this vein. What is your favorite fighting movie?
Dude, I really haven't seen a lot of them, man.
Yeah.
Like I really just movie or whatever. Like I've only seen like the first Rocky, like part of it.
I was hoping you'd say it.
I know, like I've only seen the first one. I have been to the Philly Steps, the library or whatever. Yeah. Have been there, pretty iconic place.
Yeah, no.
But no, I'm not really. It's just like when you're a fighter.
I'm the same way.
Military and you see like military movies, you're like, this is dumb.
Yeah,
like same thing with fighting.
Yeah, it's right. But same thing, like even with me with golf. Like even though when I used to play golf a lot, I used to never watch it.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense, right? So I can definitely appreciate that. What also, as we wrap up episodes, I always like kind of rapid fire, little questions just to get some nuggets from you. What is maybe the last book you read, or your favorite Bible verse or motto, or you like to cling to?
The last book I read was was Radical Candor. Ever heard of Radical Candor? It's a really great book. Somebody who's a kind of an empath, and like really try and like protect people's feelings, like put their feelings above all else. As in a leadership position, you can't always do that. You got to put the mission first and the organization first. And so it's taught me how to like communicate what needs to be said, but not be an asshole about it.
Yeah.
And so like the two sides of like you communicate what needs to be said, but you're really rough about it and you don't care about their feelings, or you sugarcoat it too much to where they miss actually what needs to be said.
Yeah.
And so this book kind of helped me bring it in.
Awesome.
Really good book called Radical Candor. Honestly, my favorite Bible verse is faith without works is dead. And I know it's a controversial one.
No, but it's great because it fits your performative.
But like I just
sentiment.
Yeah, man. Like I've always I get it. Like I know that people say, and like I believe too, that God knows the intentions of people's hearts.
Yeah,
He does know the intentions of people's hearts. But like if you're not living it, I just feel like that is the manifestation of what faith is supposed to be.
I agree. I mean, your actions make your faith credible, right? Your actions kind of prove your faith, right? Your actions make it not a vain faith, right? It makes it an actualized, tangible, thing.
My wife was listening to a podcast the other day, beautiful podcast, and he was basically like talking about all this craziness that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
And he was like, the cure to all this stuff that's going on in the world, from ISIS to Epstein and immigration, whatever, is not the rosary. It's loving your neighbor, like next to you. And he's like, we can't pray this away right now.
Yeah.
Like you got to like take action.
They got to experience a tangible love.
Yeah. Like on the neighbors and human beings that are next to you, And I was like, damn, that's hard, dude.
It is. Good. It's very hard. But I think I can get behind that, dude, for sure. And because you're not saying we're earning our way to heaven. That's not what you're saying.
Right.
We're not saying that. Heaven is a gift. It's an unmerited gift. It's a grace from the cross. Like while we yet sinners, He died for us. And our wretchedness is when He died for us. Like we're not saying our works earn us heaven.
Yeah.
We're saying that our actions should be an appropriate response to His love, right? Like there should be. My friend says this all the time. The only way you can respond with love, the only way you can respond to love is with love. And that's what when I hear faith without works is dead, or you know what I mean? That's what I attest that to. Like love deserves a response.
Yeah.
And then it deserves an action of response, right? And so I'm with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too controversial. I'll sit on that.
Yeah.
I can sit on that here with you all day long, baby.
I
could be on that with you.
It's So,
Forever.
and that's what it all goes back to, is like God knows the
Yeah.
intentions of your heart, right?
Yeah.
So it's like somebody who like comes to believe in the faith in Christ 5 minutes before he dies. Well, like if
Yeah.
he truly believes, like we have to wonder like
Yeah.
where they go, right?
Yeah.
Versus like somebody who believes but doesn't actually believe to the point to
Correct.
where it moves into action. That's
Correct.
when it's like, okay, like God knows the intentions of everybody's heart, you know,
Correct.
and he's the
Correct.
final
It'd
say.
be kind of weird to say, man, like me and you, man, I love you, dude. But for 30 years, you don't see one action of that love.
Right. Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah.
do you really love that person?
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's nice to say, but
Yeah,
like,
it's like, not, I mean, you know what I mean? Like you said, like there should be some evidence of that love.
yeah.
Tangibly, in a way. No, good stuff, man.
Thanks, man. This was fun, bro.
No, it's been great. I enjoyed the energy, the passion, man.
Thank you,
Like
man.
your ability to go there. Is there anything you would like to share with? Again, I kind of share it to the fighters coming up, but I don't know, like a message from Train Unique, or
Yeah.
like any thing you want to share with the world. You know?
Yeah. I think it'd probably be your pain leads you to your purpose.
Yeah.
Like really, I talked to a lot of people who were like, how did you like know like that you like wanted to do this, or like how did you, and it was like a good place to start is like, how do you want to help the world? And it's usually, how do you want to save people from what you
Yeah.
went through or what you're going through right now? Like that's usually a great place to start, you know, because I no hate on people who have like jobs or whatever
Yeah.
that are like
Yeah.
just for making money. Like that's obviously our first vocation is husbands
Yeah.
and fathers,
Right.
wives, whatever, wives and mothers.
Yeah.
That is our first vocation. And so there's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. But I feel like people who are starting and trying to figure out where they want to go, if you can start where like you're passionate and mission driven,
Yeah.
like it's going to be a lot better. It's going to be harder probably
Yeah.
because like
Yep.
like that's talking about like the performance side of things, like
Yeah.
having to like emotionally separate from myself from the business just enough to where it doesn't crush me when something goes bad, but not enough to where I don't give a damn, because
Right.
nobody wants that, right?
Correct.
Riding that line, right? So like
Yeah.
it's harder because you really care
Yeah.
about what you're doing. But I think that like that's what the world needs right now, is like people who are like trying to make a difference.
Yeah.
More
and purpose driven than.
and you're always gonna be able to like, empathy is a very powerful motivator.
Yeah.
And so yeah, just start there. Start in your pain,
Yeah.
and then work outside of that.
I mean, that it reminds me of something that, I mean, I don't know if you talked about this, but it's something I read, and somebody asked me one time when I just started the ministry, like, why are you doing this?
Mhm.
Like, you're not really getting paid anything. Like, why you don't get a real job? And what are you trying to be? I'm trying to be the hero for others that I needed.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, it was, I read that in the book and it just stuck with me. I'm trying to be the hero for others, the one that like I needed. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. And so yeah, man, I'm with you on that, brother. I would not be here without some of the painful things that I've gone through. My pain have definitely, in a unique way, through Christ, led me to what me and you're doing right now.
Yeah.
I also want to ask, are you looking for any sponsorships, capital investors, anything like that? And if so, would you want to give them a way to contact you?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's even a thing. But...
Yeah. So right now we're just rocking on expanding this mission.
Okay.
Like if anybody I will say, if anybody has any contacts in like Baton Rouge, Metairie would be our next spot after that.
Okay.
And we've got to open up, like I said, a location in like each region. So the way it works is the OCDD, the Developmental Disability Offices, divide the state into regions, and we've got to open up a gym in like each one.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why we're doing this statewide stamp.
And by doing that, it gives them an opportunity to have this program put on Medicare.
Correct.
Medicare? Medicaid.
Because Medicaid's more likely to approve something that people have access to.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but it's kind of like the chicken or the egg. It's like, okay, like I'm going to go open up a gym, and no hate Alexandria, but like, am I going to go open up a gym in Alexandria on the chance that you guys do it, but it's also like they're not going to do it unless so it's kind of the chicken or the egg right now, trying to figure
Right.
out which one's first.
Yeah.
But I'm going to send it, honestly.
Let's go.
I'm if it all fails and burns down to the ground, I'm 30 years old. I'll start over.
Yeah.
You know, who
And
cares?
and
But I'll never be able to sleep at night knowing I didn't do it.
That's right. And I'll double down with you guys. If there's any, state representatives and congressmen and women that or maybe hearing this podcast that could help Damon get that passed, make it an option in Medicaid.
Yep.
Right. Listen, where he's at. He just gave you his information. And I think it's an important need because I do have a lot of families, or I do know a couple of families that have children with disabilities, and they are underserved.
Yeah,
tremendously everywhere they go.
Costs so much, Yeah.
So help us out, man. It's a very worthy cause, and it's something I want to get behind as well. So reach out to him, and again, man, thank you, man.
Thank you, brother. Enjoy.
I appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Yes, man, dude.